13 on Your Side Weather Deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, your home team.
Well, it definitely feels more like winter than spring out here on the weather deck, but thankfully the sun is at least making it feel a little bit warmer. But man, when you factor in the wind, it feels more like the 20s across West Michigan right now, and it will get even colder during the overnight hours tonight. That's why your 13 weather ball is solid green. No change foreseen to our temperatures, at least. We'll stay in the 30s tomorrow afternoon, so a pretty cold stretch is ahead of us. Your dog walking forecast, as we say hi to Jeremiah, shows green pause through the rest of this evening, although it will be on the cold side. And tomorrow morning, no rain or snow, but it will be cold once again, with temperatures waking up generally in the low to mid 20s, even the teens off to the north. Live look right now, though, in Muskegon, sitting at 34 degrees. The wind chill, though, a lot colder than the actual air temperature, because when you factor in a sustained wind at 20 miles per hour from the north, bringing in the cooler temperatures, it feels a lot cooler out there right now. You can see it's pretty breezy all across West Michigan. Sustained wind right now at 21 miles per hour in Grand Rapids, 16 in Holland. It's a lot windier, though, along the lakeshore from Muskegon up towards Ludington. Wind gusts approaching 35 miles per hour, but thankfully with due time during the overnight hours, these winds will gradually lessen. We'll likely stay around gusty 30 miles per hour by midnight, and then by the afternoon hours tomorrow, wind gusts upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. So thankfully with the less winds, we'll likely have feels like temperatures at least slightly warmer during the afternoon tomorrow. But right now we're sitting at 40 degrees in Grand Rapids, 34 in Sparta, and 29 degrees in Hart and Ludington. A lot colder off to the north, already in the 20s, which means it's very likely to have low temperatures tonight near US 10, falling into the teens. So it's going to be a pretty cold night out there, so keep that in mind. Make sure you have that winter coat handy. Over the next 6 hours, though, here in Grand Rapids, temperatures falling through the 30s and will be already in the 20s by 8 or 9 p.m. tonight, and continuing to fall through the low 20s by daybreak tomorrow, possibly even in the teens if we see enough clearing skies during the overnight hours. Our current setup, though, shows a cold front that passed through earlier today, which did bring us a few snow showers earlier this morning, well to the south of us, leaving us with cool and breezy conditions to contend with this afternoon. Even a few flurries off to the north of Grand Rapids and closer to Muskegon and also toward Ludington. They're seeing a few flurries. That trend will probably continue into the afternoon hours tomorrow as well, but no snow accumulation is expected, thankfully. As we go throughout the rest of this night, skies mostly cloudy, if not partly cloudy during the evening hours, and continuing to stay mostly cloudy during the overnight. It's not impossible we could wake up to a few snow showers, especially up toward Ludington, as we do have colder air moving over Lake Michigan, so some lake effect flurries are possible. But during the afternoon hours tomorrow, some breaks in the clouds will be likely, and then clear skies before increasing clouds ahead of our next system arriving for Wednesday afternoon. So this is Wednesday morning, showing clouds returning to West Michigan, but watch this, another system will be knocking on our door by the time we get to Wednesday evening. This is the evening commute. We could have a rain-snow mix, especially south of Grand Rapids, and I would not be surprised if we do have accumulating snow Wednesday night going into Thursday morning, possibly bringing upwards of an inch of snow, and especially if this model does come to fruition, we could have a dusting of snow on the grassy surfaces as we wake up Thursday morning, before all that system snow and rain eventually move out of here throughout the daytime hours on Thursday. But thankfully, over the coming days, we gradually warm up. We'll be in the 40s by Wednesday, 50s by Friday, and then look at the 60s finally return for this weekend, possibly the mid to upper 60s early next week. So with due time, spring will eventually return here in West Michigan. But tonight, it will be a cold night, especially off to the north. Temperatures only in the low 20s near Ludington. Near US 10, though, possibly the teens overnight with partly to mostly cloudy skies. In Grand Rapids to the south, generally in the low 20s to mid 20s with mostly cloudy skies as well. Your 13 on your side 7-day forecast shows our next system arrives Wednesday afternoon into Thursday morning, possibly bringing accumulating snow with that, especially Wednesday night during the coldest time of the day. And then thankfully, guys, we do have that warming trend later this week, and I think next week might be the real beginning of spring.
So we'll get there. We just have to wait till the weekend.
I was telling Elena that some daffodils are already popped up in the Rockford area I saw today. So
I'm worried about some of those plants out there.
We want them all to bloom. Thanks, Colin.
But if you